Hello all, and today we're going to be talking about my personal current favorite breed, Polish. I've been showing and breeding Polish for quite some time. I did it for a few years as a youth and I'm back into it now for a few months, so it's just been so much fun. I ended up switching from Netherland Dwarfs to Polish because Polish are pretty much the smallest non-dwarf breed, and the dwarf gene just causes a lot of issues in breeding, so Polish for me was a great in-between, a small, adorable animal, but no crazy dwarf gene to deal with in breeding. This is the standard of perfection, and as you can see, the maximum weight is 3.5 pounds. Also, the maximum ear length is, I believe, 3 inches. Let's have a look. Yep, right there. Ear length over 3 inches is a disqualification. The breed has, I believe, 7 varieties. Let me see if I'm right. We've got black, blue, broken, chocolate, lilac, blue-eyed white, and ruby-eyed white. Yes, so that's 7. Lilac is the most recently accepted. And here's a good picture of a nice Polish and kind of an idea of what you're looking for. Here's a schedule of points. As you can see, this rabbit is definitely head, ears, eyes combo heavy. 45 points to the head set, ears, and eyes, and the body's 25. So it's important, but not as important as that head and ear set. This is page 1, 2, and then there's a little bit over here, 3, and you can see that's a nice shot of a Polish head that is really ideal. One thing that's unique about Polish is the ears are meant to be lined up really nicely from base to tip, as you can see here. And they're not meant to be crooked, and they're meant to be carried nicely and upright. So ears are really special in this breed. I'm going to show you a few of mine. Looks like some turkey we're using my path. We're going to take a look at a few Polish here. First of all, I got this chocolate buck. This buck has what I consider to be very good body type when he's not pushing. It's very deep, very full in the hindquarter, and you can see that nice taper from shoulder to hip. That's what I like to see. Of course, he doesn't like to pose nice, but there you have it. Here's another little buck. He's a little dwarfy. As you can see, his head's a little larger than the average Polish, which I actually really like. But I think that he has the ideal eye that you're looking for. They want it to be bright, bold, and expressive. And his ears are nice, but I think they're just a little short to balance. Here's an example of a buck I'm growing out whose ears are a little bit long to balance with the body. However, if he were to really fill out, it'd be okay, but at this point, they're still longer than I'd like. But when we talk about the ears, placement, and carriage, we want it to look just about like this. Straight from point to tip. We don't want any bowing or flange to be visible from the front, and no gaps and no crossing. So that's what's special about the ears. I'm not sure if I have an ideal ear set here, but we'll see. So actually, this is one of my brood does, and I really like how her ears carry naturally from base to tip, and I also like the length in proportion to her body. And while she's in molt, she is exhibiting a really nice Polish head as well. Round, but not dwarf-like. I do like this doe's head, ear, and eye set as well. She's a little nervous right now, but normally she carries them pretty well on her head. Pretty straight. You can't really tell right now, but I love her bold, expressive eye, and I like her head for a doe as well. Here's an example of a beautiful brood doe. Of course, she doesn't like to participate here. She actually has a really nice ear set, so you can see that they carry directly at 12 o'clock, touching from base to tip. I really love the length to balance as well. Here's a fault that this little boy has. His ears do not naturally carry very uniformly. They like to flay out a little bit, slight V. They also have a little bit of a crimp in them here, which they're not totally straight. However, I still love him as a buck, and this is a trait I believe I can balance out with some of the does in my herd. But yeah, that's an example of a fault. I would say that Polish are a pretty agreeable breed. They're generally pretty average when it comes to territorialness and all of that. They're not mean. And sometimes they can be really sweet, like this guy. He's not handled a lot, but he still enjoys his face pets, and he's still not really scared of me, so we love that. Here's a beautiful litter of Polish. They're almost ready to move out with mom. 3 little brokens, a blue and a black. Let's take a look at the blue. He looks almost kind of lilac right now, but blue is a beautiful color that Polish have as well. So there you have it. Those are pretty much all the Polish I have in my barn right now. Some of their pros, a few of their cons as well. If you have further questions about Polish, about their schedule of points, other things that make them unique, feel free to ask and I'm happy to answer. Thank you so much for watching.